Hey guys, Timster here with another video. Today the Matilda IV just came out, so I'm going to be reviewing it because I do love me some Matilda, some Russian Matilda especially. This tank is amazing. This is what it looks like from the get-go. I'm going to be giving you guys a quick glance of the stats because I'm not actually going to go over them now. I'm going to go over them in the game. So here are the stats really quickly. The stats are actually a little better in terms of the turret than the Matilda BP and the Matilda, for example. Let's get into the Armor Inspector app, which I did actually buy just to show this premium model. It has overall 75mm on that frontal portion as demonstrated by the red, and that 78mm at the, I guess, top middle portion. And on the sides, that red portion, it also has 75mm. The only weak spot is, I would say, the top portion, which is at 20mm on the hull and the turret of the tank. An interesting fact is that the turret is 75mm everywhere, so angling it is kind of pointless, but I guess you could still try if you really want to. One cool thing about this tank is the double armor on the side. It has a 25mm thick armor covering the tracks, and after that it actually has a 40mm thick hull, so you're technically getting 65mm of armor on the side, which is very good for a tier 5. But now let's get into some gameplay. There are 3 matches that I'm going to go over. The first one is on Falls Creek, and they are progressively going to get better, so heads up. Anyway, we're starting in a tier 5 game. Actually, all of these matches are at tier 5, and I just want to take a look at the mobility of this tank, just because we have some downtime before I actually meet my first enemy tank. The average weight is 28 tons, so that is pretty heavy for a tier 5, especially for a medium. I don't know why they call this a medium. And it has a speed limit of 25 kilometers per hour with a horsepower of only 279. So the horsepower isn't great. What it excels at is, of course, the armors. So I take a shot at the Panzer IV, and I bounce a shot off the Su-85, and then I myself bounce a shot off the Su-85 as I try to penetrate it. And once I get a shot in, it is on 8 health. Ramming with this is no use because I go so slowly, so I do have to finish these 2 tanks off with that rapid 7.55 rounds per minute rate of fire. I did bounce a shot off that SU, probably just because the penetration on this thing is average. As we can see on the Hertzer here, I cannot actually penetrate it on the front. I have to aim for the lower glacis there of the tank, because of my pretty poor 86mm of penetration for AP. It also has a 0.41 average dispersion, which is pretty bad. It reminds me of the KV2. However, what it does make up for the dispersion is the aiming time. This has a 1.7 second aiming time. That's like super dimensional robotic aiming time, which isn't a thing. But I finished this M3 real quick because of that aiming time. And we're off to the Churchill 1 as the next target. So the damage per minute is not bad for this tank, especially with those 7.55 seconds round per minute. And that aiming time, you can do some serious damage. And I do finish off the Churchill here. Do get a second mastery badge as well as some other awards, but let's get right into the next battle on Minefield, I believe, and it is another top tier match for me. So I'm off right from the get-go. I am rushing. I take a shot from the Hertzer, but not a big deal. The Hertzer has a very good penetration value, as do most of the other German tanks, so you want to watch out for those. I'm trying to take shots at the tier 1 heavy and the Hertzer at the same time. The Hertzer still gets another shot at me. So I'm going to have to try and finish this Hertzer off here because he's really, even for a tier 4, it is quite annoying. It repairs its tracks, and I'm forced to finish it off with an AP because of that upper glacis, which I cannot penetrate with that 86mm of AP penetration. On my low health, I do still rush these two tanks. I finish off the DW, and I'm off to finish the Churchill. A little glitch there, but I do manage to finish it off, and that's when these two tanks appear to my left. So, gotta get out of the way, still take a shot, even though I have turned around. And that Panzer IV is really a pain in the neck at tier 5, because not only do you have to hit the turret portion, which is quite hard to hit, but those things have very good penetration, so they can actually pen me very easily. So we have entered the map Rocky Fields, and watch what is about to happen. I mean, come on. Teamwork, right? Like, who needs teamwork? Psh. There's only 7. What is this? Teamwork? Well, never heard of teamwork. Yeah, you always get those tanks, which really just frustrate me, but I'm trying to go for this right flank. We did finish off the A20. A20, in my mind, is not a very good tank. It's not got a lot of penetration value on its gun, and it's not got a lot of armor, so guys, buy the Matilda IV. Anyway, I have been bouncing shots off these other tanks, and there we go, Panzer IV, there he is again. Funny death right there, but Panzer IV is penetrating me, so I need to get rid of him, so I do aim for him, and luckily he does get finished off pretty quickly by my friends. But our next target, ladies and gentlemen, is a T1 Heavy. I'm only on 174 health, so let's see how this goes, but take out my APCR because I need to use APCR in this situation just because of his armor plating, which is just quite excellent on that T1 Heavy, and I do end up finishing it off. I did actually have a hard time finishing off the T1 Heavy, even with APCR, so it just goes to show the terrible penetration. Not terrible, but pretty bad penetration. And there we are, the last kill on Rocky Field. Great demonstration of the armor this game because I did get Steel Wall and as well as a second Mastery Badge. I did actually play these games 3 times in a row, so it does show that it's not just luck, it is really just the tank itself, which is great. It might not have the mobility, but overall it has excellent armor and a pretty average gun. So if you want to buy this, go ahead, of course. I do recommend it myself. I love the Matilda. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this quick review of the Matilda IV, this beast of a Russian medium at tier 5. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe. Catch you guys next time. Peace.